Okay, we're trying this again. Hello, right there. All right, hello everyone. It's Adam here. I hope that this is in focus this time, and then if I don't do this, it won't be completely out of focus. I don't have any platforms here. I've got my blog, and because of really bad carpal tunnel, I just haven't been writing as much as I used to. I want to be clear about this video. I'm not picking on one publication. I just wanted to share a bit more about the industry of editorial content and reviews and all those kind of things, and kind of give you an idea of things, how they are, and why I think YouTube and independent publishing is so vital. And I was looking at a review on Web Bike World. And if the owner sees this, I'm not picking on you, Rick. I'm not. I think you do a really great job with your website. Your RSS feed's a little bit hard to follow sometimes. I'm an RSS feed reader, and when you were doing your annual roundups, it was really rough because I kept seeing like teasers for reviews that weren't published yet, and it kept getting injected in my feed, and it was just a mess. And I know that you don't use RSS, or most people don't, so I know it's a niche case. So I don't expect any feedback here. But what I was curious about is I was reading some notes on the Clearwater lens covers, which I have actually, and I was kind of curious what they thought of them, especially on day-to-day usage. And then at the bottom of the review, I saw that there is a note: items provided by a retailer, distributor, or manufacturer with these terms and conditions. And before we proceed, the Clearwater Erica lights review, 430 views, which are 432. So if I refresh. No, it appears to be unique views. So the view count isn't going up when I refresh the page. So you can't refresh 100 times and equal more views. So I think it's per device, not per hit, as some people call it. And the Clearwater Erica review has 655 reviews. Oh, Darla has 655. And I would assume that Clearwater reviews are going to be many out there. Anytime you're selling a product, it's a premium product, it's going to have a ton of people making sure that that product is for them. And myself included, if I'm going to buy a $600 helmet, I really read multiple perspectives on it. And Web Bike World really comes up, they have a good job with their reviews, in that Google puts them at the top of the search results. They show up in a lot of places when I'm doing Google searches. So I think they're pretty reputable. It's really good to have a review policy and information. I have one for myself, and I've done a few videos talking about how I handle reviews. And as some of you guys know, there's products that were shown up on this channel before. Not every product that I buy or is sent to me goes in this channel, just to be clear. But I want to read a couple of these that stood out to me that I wanted to talk about. So they're going to be fair and honest, which is great on a review product. The review itself is subjective, personal opinion. It may differ from the opinion provider, meaning if we don't like something, we're going to talk about it. It may not agree with your press release or what you fed us and those kind of things. All the correspondence to go through the editor, which I think is just Rick. He seems to do all the reviews here. This was a good one. It may take several weeks to 2 to 3 months from time the product was received until final publication. I can only imagine that they're trying to really use the crap out of these products, but I've never had something for... The only exception would be a 1-month burn-in period of the speakers I reviewed. And in that case, I let the speakers play my bass for a month before I actually reviewed them based on sound quality, because I wanted them to really burn in and get broken in. So that was an exception. Usually it's about a week for me to review these things. So that was kind of interesting. 2 to 3 months. Can you believe that? Because a lot of companies, they're all annual release cycles. Okay, so the products are provided by a manufacturer, distributor, or retailer, we'll just say company A, for review will be provided at no cost to Web Bike World and will become the property of Web Bike World and will not be returned to the vendor without prior agreement. So the vendor front says, I need this back. They may agree or not agree to send it back up front, of course. They They're not going to accept any payment for publishing a review, which I think is really great to state. We're not going to accept any kickbacks from you, but later on they do say that we will sign up for referral programs to Amazon and Revzilla and other things. So when customers that when your future customers read our review, they may click a link that we get a kickback from. So they're not receiving upfront payment, but back-end payment. I do the same thing. I'm making about $75 a month now on Amazon Associates with my YouTube videos, so it's a nice way to have some extra revenue. Now, providing a product to WebBike World, remember, a free product that may take 2 to 3 months to review and will not be returned to you does not guarantee the product will get reviewed, which I think is amazing. I mean, that seems completely crazy. Now, reviews may be conducted by freelancers and other contributors, and their opinions may or may not agree with those of the staff of this blog, which is crazy. What if I invited one of you to send in a video where I pay you, or you do it on your own, accord? Basically, I assume that you go out and you secure a review unit that you don't pay for. You then submit the article to me. Hopefully you've told me in advance that you're going to get this review and post it here. Without telling a company, you're going to go get this and then send it to WebBike World without WebBike World, Rick, saying, yeah, sure, go do that. I mean, it's almost as if one of you said, hey, I'm going to post a review of the Sargent seat on Adam's YouTube channel, and go to Sargent and they go, okay, here's your free seat. And then I go, who are you? It's like, I'm assuming it's all over the table here. But what's interesting is the content of the independent freelancers may not align with the actual Web World International staff. And reviews or unsolicited articles submitted by freelance contributors may or may not be published at the discretion of the editor. So again, like, if we don't talk in advance and you get something to review, I may not even allow it on the site. And that's between you and the company now to decide if you're going to send them back the unit or whatever happens because you didn't get your review published. Providers can't inflict any bias or change or modify the results. That's great. What the editor says goes. We might provide a draft of the review. I do this maybe once every 10 reviews. I'll provide a draft to a company, a video. I'll put it unlisted. I'll send it to them first, and I'll say, if they get anything wrong here, if they say you were too critical, then they don't have a reason for me being too critical. I'll publish it anyway. The only time I make alterations is when I messed up an installation and did it in the wrong order, and while the outcome was still the same, it would be confusing to future customers, so I went back and reshot it on behalf of the vendor. Reviews will be posted indefinitely. We won't allow vendors to comment as owners. So for example, Clearwater can't comment on the Clearwater review as a customer of Clearwater saying how great the lights are. And they say here, if we find a company doing that, we'll remove the review and call you out on it. So I think that's pretty good. No gaming the results basically in the comments field. If you're the has a vested interest in this unit selling. That's pretty much it. And they do go on further about, which I think is great, about copyright. Don't steal our content, don't steal our photos. I've had my videos stolen at least a dozen times. My videos have gotten uploaded to other accounts, and I issue DMCA requests. They get taken down. It's fine. YouTube doesn't let me know when people do that, though. I find it on my own accord, which is really annoying. But it's the industry. I mean, people steal stuff all the time on the internet, and people think when you search Google Images for pictures of hot dogs and you copy that hot dog into Facebook Messenger and you send it to your friend, you have just committed copyright infringement. Unless you are the copyright holder or have written permission from the copyright holder that took the picture of the hot dog to use it as a license and send it to your friend for non-commercial reasons, you are a copyright infringer. And people just go, whoop, just literally moving their mouse, and they have infringed on someone's copyright, and it is not good. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I think this is good. I think that the couple things that stand out to me is definitely, let's give a couple scenarios where I'm in. If I want something, I buy it. On 6 occasions in the last year, I've emailed companies directly before I purchased, informing them that I review everything. I'm very prolific. Here's the 750 YouTube videos I posted in the past. They each earn an average. Initial, the first week is 500 views the first week. I have some videos with over 100,000 views. Well, some higher than that. But on average, the parts, you know, get between 2,000 to 5,000 video views the first year. That's the kind of the average I'm dealing with. The advanced handguards for Machine Art Moto, I think those are cost 5,000 already views. The X Head's already at 2,000 views. The Sergeant Seat for some reason has 2,000 views, even though all I did was just post me putting it on the bike. But you know, and I'll do follow-up videos on those once I'm riding the bike again. But I've done that before, and only twice in the last year has a company said, "Yeah, here is literally a $20 off coupon. Good luck." Part of me was looking at this going, holy crap, they got these Clearwater lens covers for free, and the review only has 35 or 42 views. Like, 42 views, I mean, like, that's like, I would be embarrassed if my videos got that little now. You know, it's just amazing the scale here. And then to find out, in partial jealousy, that, you know, we're not paying for anything you send us, and we don't have to give it back, and we don't have to review it for 3 months, and there's really no guarantee of how many views it'll get. And then finally, we are going to put an affiliate link against this and make back money. You know, again, I'm not shitting on Rick at all and his enterprise. A lot of companies do this. I just think it's amazing when you compare the YouTube world against the editorial world, or against, like, you know, Motorcycle News or Adventure Pulse. They get sent over to Milan to ride the new Triumph 800 for a week, and you know, these videos might get 10,000 views, and then a new model comes out, and that's it. And it's, you know, or 10,000 page views, and it's an interesting, you know, dynamic that I'm in, where, you know, I'm not yet there yet. I'm a super unprofessional hobbyist, but I am always thinking to myself, there's actually a little bit of pride that I am going out and buying the stuff for my own, and it's a guaranteed bias against, you know, any of this being, you know, blown out of proportion. And there have been there have been solicited things that I've reviewed in this channel in the last year, like 4 or 5 things: the battery jump starter, the Kanto speakers, the tire pressure thing, one more item, the OBD2 scanner. So 4 things in the last year. And in those instances, someone came to me and said, "We'd like you to try this. Are you interested?" Half the times I say no, it's not of interest to me or the people that watch my stuff. I just don't have a use for it. In one case, I saw that company also sells a drone, and I said, "Hey, actually, I'd like this instead if you're dishing out free plastic stuff from China." And they said, "No, we're not doing promotions on that right now." I said, "That's fine. Well, let me know when you do." But in half the times when I did say, "Sure, send it over," I actually, like, you know, said, "Okay, well, I'll send it back to you in a week, because I'll be done with it in a week." And they said, no, we don't want it back. Or, you know, give me an 80% coupon off, so at least I'm paying your operating costs. I don't want to be a mooch. And they're like, no, don't worry about it. We'll send it to you. You know, and I'm amazed when they do that, even though it's $20 little widgets. But, you know, I'm thinking, wow, you guys are ridiculous. I mean, I'm just going to get like 500 reviews or 1,000 views on this video, and that's it. And then no one's going to watch it anymore. And, you know, thanks for taking a chance on me, I guess, as a creator standpoint. And then I still can't believe that, like, the Erica review only has 432 views for this. Really, it's a great review, great photos, just excellent. You've got pictures here of the throw, the specs, how they look on the bike, how to install it, the wiring, you know, day and night versus other auxiliary lights. I mean, they went, and we're talking 2,500, 3,000 words here. I mean, Rick really put a lot of time into this, and to have it, you know, when I review the Erica lights, they'll get 2,000 views. And I'm not even doing a how to install video or any of the specifications. I'm just saying, hey guys, here's how they look on the open road. And and of course, if they break on me, if they flood full of water, when it's misting outside, I'll do a review saying, hey, by the way, here's what happened. Oh, and Clearwater stood by their product, or they didn't, and they said, good luck, you're shit out of luck, and I'll do a video about that. And like, you know, it'll end up being a saga of experiences that I want to share with you guys, and you know, 4,000 or 5,000 views when it's all said and done on one single product over the course of a couple of years. And you know, I'm sitting there going, wow, Rick got a free set of Erica lights. and there's only 430 views. And he put a lot of time into this. And that's actually why I really like reading their site, though, via my RSS feed, because they do publish reviews, even if it's a product I have no interest in. Like, I'm not going to buy this new leather full race suit. But when they review it, I'm like, that was a really great review. I feel like I understand more about race suits now. So it's a great blog. I highly encourage you guys read it. And they have a little bit of journalistic integrity, which is nice. I just kind of wish I got free $1,000 LED lights. But I am a noob, so it's fun to share my experience with you guys. I hope the camera's still recording. If it is, thank you so much for watching. I'm getting stir crazy. The bike is in shambles. Everything is everywhere. I'll put a picture here if I remember in the very end. But life is good. We are T-minus 30 days until we drive down to Asheville with our bikes. So there's a lot left to do. I'm excited. The wheels come back to me in a week. BMW's picking up the bike in 2 weeks, take it to the shop and check the torque spec on all of my nuts here that I torqued down probably improperly. They're also going to replace the rear rotor for me. I wanted them to do that. They're just going to give it a general inspection, look out, overview, make sure that nothing is is off. And powder coating will be done a week from today, so that'll be great. So everything's coming together. We'll be ready, and then I also ordered some oil. So there's an oil change happening too. Things are good. I always appreciate you guys watching, and have a nice day. And thanks for watching these videos. Really, it's a labor of love for me. I do make money on YouTube and Amazon Associates links, but I would be doing this anyway, just for fun, even if no one was watching it. I wouldn't be as good, careful about editing and stuff. It would be like just record, and you'd see me like stumbling around, tripping over myself. All right, I hit all my ring goals for my Apple Watch. So I think it's time for me to go. Take care, guys. Happy winter, and ride safe. Shit. Am I still recording? Yes, I'm still recording. Woohoo!